This Atom Man vs. Superman 6-sheet movie poster arrived at our studio in really rough shape. Our client purchased this poster in 1967 when he was 17 years old for only $25. He lost track of the poster when he moved for college until about 5 years ago when it was rediscovered in his mother's attic. Interestingly, this poster has been through our studio once before, but it was only the top half. The bottom half was particularly tricky to track down, as this poster is extremely rare. We are only aware of a few still in existence. 6-sheet movie posters are typically printed in 4 panels, and because each panel is printed separately, it's common for the image to not line up perfectly. It's also common for each panel to be a different size. Before we get started with the process, each panel is laid out to determine the placement and anticipate if there will be any misalignments we have to plan for once we start mounting the panels together. Now we are ready to wash the poster. Using filtered water and a mild detergent, impurities in the paper are removed and the paper fibers are relaxed. Sheets of Mylar are used to support the paper while it's wet, allowing us to handle the poster safely for this process. Any tape that is reversible with water is also removed at this time. Fully reversible adhesive is applied to the back side of the panel. The panel is then carefully adhered to the stretched canvas frame lined with acid-free paper. Given the size of this poster, this part requires an extra pair of hands to get each panel lined up as closely as possible and mounted together. With the first panel mounted, we repeat the washing and mounting process for the remaining panels and torn pieces until the entire poster is linen backed. I think that looks good too. Most of the Scotch tape was removed with solvents before we started the cleaning process. Unfortunately, the tape that was adhered to the front of the poster had fused with the pigmented areas, and since the adhesive was old, it was not responding to solvents. Our only other options are to leave it, which will prevent the panels from adhering together properly, slice it off, which will skin the image, creating more restoration, or use a heat gun to melt the plastic off. Paper will scorch, become brittle or brown around 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can ignite at about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat gun can reach temperatures of 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so we only use it as a last resort. Once the poster completely dries, it is prepped for restoration. During restoration, the artist uses a variety of materials, including water-based paints, colored pencils, and archival markers. These materials are layered in various combinations to replicate the original texture, color, printing style, and finish. Unfortunately, we had hoped to document every step of this massive project in detail, but due to technical difficulties, most of our restoration footage was lost. We're sharing what we have, and we plan to capture more steps in future projects. Man vs. Superman was released in 1950, starring Kirk Alyn, the first actor to portray Superman in a theatrical serial. This paved the way for later TV and film adaptations, including James Gunn's recent Superman release featuring David Corenswet 75 years later. Unlike a standard feature film, this was a 15-chapter serial shown weekly in theaters. Another interesting fact, Lex Luthor is called Atom Man in this serial, a rare variation of the character's name at the time. After the restoration dries, the poster is carefully removed from the frame, and a 1-inch linen margin is trimmed around the edges. The client was so happy with how this poster turned out, and we are thrilled to finally share this restoration project with you. This poster has made countless cameos across our social media over the past year, and we have gotten so many questions about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this process, be sure to check out our last video where we restore a vintage Winchester advertisement. And if you're a fan of ASMR, check out our new channel, Fourth Cone ASMR, where we share the satisfying sounds of our studio with no narration or music.